test it?
Test. Check. Check. Test.
So what does hunting mean to you?
It's a tough question. Hunting to me actually was always an afterthought.
He's settling on a bouncer, fanning on it. Carried in, they score. Cody Keefer, 17 seconds into the game, and it's 1-0. Green Knight back out, and then Carr's going to get beat. Here's Keefer, a break for the hat trick. Keefer backhand, he scores. Cody Keefer, the ultimate NCAA tournament player, with a hat trick tonight.
But then once that ended, I really wanted to get into it, and it was something that all of my family did, so hunting to me was being a part of that, being a part of the community with them.
You know, Chris and Casey's life revolves around hunting. What kind of pressure does that put on you?
It's a huge amount of pressure. That is what they do day in and day out on a daily basis. I mean, from their guiding to all the hunting they've done, between their drop trips, the amount of pressure just in the general knowledge, to me it seems like they expect me to know things that most people in this world don't. So it's a massive amount of pressure trying to compete with that, or even remotely to think that I know what they know. October 8th, 2015, that's when it all began. It was my first whitetail hunt being filmed. I'm in Illinois, early October. It's green, it's warm, deer still in all their patterns. At the time, I cared none about any of this, didn't know to care about any of this, but later on I was told that this all matters. So we're hunting a buck that we ended up naming Ricky Bobby. Never been to this stand before. We get there, and the setup for my stand and cameraman stand are not ideal. They are actually the opposites. Sometimes we forget that I'm a lefty, not a righty, so that can screw things up. I don't like heights, so there's no way I was going up there to try and fix this. Adam, who I've never met before except for just before this trip, he heads up, fixes the stands, we get in, and we sit. About 9 o'clock rolls around, I'm ready to leave. Again, I do not like heights, so the least amount of time that we spend up there is better for me. And next thing you know, I get talked into staying. There he is. There he is, that's it. I did nothing to call this buck or anything, and all of a sudden, he's walking away, decides to turn, and beelines right at us. Absolute pure panic, chaos, all hell breaks loose. We're on him. Very good. So he's coming right at us down the only path. Again, as a lefty, I have to shoot. There's still green, there's leaves on the trees. Any further and he's gone. I have no clue what to do. I asked Adam if he's on him. He said no, so I stopped him.
Hold on, no.
So it was just a complete miscommunication through the whole thing. Then when I finally decide to draw back, there's no shooting lane. He's gone, and it's over.
What happened?
I stopped, but I thought you said you weren't on.
Oh, I had him once you got him.
When he stopped right there?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I thought you said I'm not on.
No, I said I got him.
25 yards.
Shut. I was like, why are you shooting?
Oh my God. As soon as I went, man, I thought you said I'm not on him. So I waited.
Well, at first I wasn't on him, and then all of a sudden I got right on him. You had him right there.
All 25 yards, bro. So the only spot that I said I could shoot perfect is right there. That crossing is 25 yards dead even.
That's why we call him Ricky Bobby. Now you see me? I don't. That's too much. Overall, miscommunication between Adam and I, but regardless of that, I should have been ready. That's just the greenhorn mistakes left and right. Fast forward a couple years, I find myself in Ohio. Third day, it's pouring down rain, torrential downpour. We still decided to go sit. We're in a blind. I decided to take a snooze, so I'm laying in the bottom of the blind sleeping. And next thing I know, buck. I settle down, I get situated. I range him, draw back, let it rip.
I just shot a great buck. He looked like a 9-point. He's got 4 on his left, 3 on his right. Great tides. Crap day. I was literally laying in the bottom of the blind. He showed up as foggy as heck. 40 yards broadside. Oh, I can't feel my fingers right now. Oh, that would be my first buck ever. Oh, maybe. I gotta get on the horn and text Jared, get him up here before it gets too dark. And it's raining, so if we got any blood, hopefully it's right there. Holy cow, dude. That was awesome.
So I looked over the footage and I shot right over his back. He belly to the dirt, shot right over. Another greenhorn mistakes. I didn't calculate the angle at which we were shooting. It was a lot steeper than I anticipated. Just basic stuff, but it's absolutely depleting when you try to learn each year and implement new things each year to get better, and then when you miss, it absolutely crushes you. All the practice you put in, all the research, all the things you're doing, and it is just gut-wrenching when something like that happens. November 13th, 2017, peak rut. It is firing on all cylinders. Finally get a buck to play the script, and he comes in perfect. Back then, and even to this day, I get so caught up in what you see on TV, what my brothers do, and the bucks that are taken. And I think it always has to be the biggest and the baddest, and it's got to be something that is just an absolute giant. But in reality, it's more than that. But that's not the case. It's not every day that people get to kill those caliber of deer. And it's still just being inexperienced. This is only year 2 of my whitetail hunting, especially being on my own, and just didn't know how to properly field judge a deer. And that's basically the situation that happened here. I thought there would possibly be repercussions for if I ended up taking this deer, and you know, I regret passing on this buck for sure. So long story short, I've had countless encounters. I've had giant bucks, great bucks, either just too far out of range. I've been busted standing up. I've been busted sitting down. I've been busted with the wrong wind. I've been busted left and right. You name it, it's happened. But they've all been learning experiences, whether it's being my own worst enemy, situational, just rookie mistakes. All of it has been a learning experience that have accumulated over the years, that now piecing things together where, you know, one of these days it's just going to happen. It just needs to happen. It's November 5th, 2019. I am jacked for this season. We've been checking trail cameras the last couple days, and there's one spot called Jagger. Every picture on there was a shooter of some sort that we have seen throughout either the summer leading up to this. And like I said, the rut is kicking off. It's hot. So we decided to go out, we sit the morning, and we just get dumped on again, just rain.
Oh, we're back in the saddle. It's about 8:30 Tuesday morning. Rained pretty hard this morning, so we waited it out. Decided to come in a little bit later. It's tough getting in here too, because if you come in first thing in the morning, whatever's out in the field, you end up blowing up anyways. So we waited a little bit longer, decided to sneak in, and we're gonna wait it out.
It was annoying. It was all morning long. It was supposed to let up. It didn't. It just kept going. So we ended up getting down and we split. So a couple hours later, we decided to get back in. We're on our way in, heading to Jagger. Got down a little later than we wanted, but we see 6, 7 deer already. Deer are moving, so getting back there. Got all this stuff ready to go, so the long walk in. We'll see when we get there. I don't know, it wasn't even 5-10 minutes. Deer were moving, bucks are showing up. It was just a fun sit.
Something running far up there. There's a buck. It's on the hill. It's like a 9. Pretty decent 9. You see him? Okay. He's coming this way. Here he comes. Oh.
I saw a buck. He's coming right at us. As soon as I saw him, I was watching him, looking, and finally I knew, it hit me, I was gonna take this buck. He was the one that was gonna end this lull.
Are you on him? All right, I'm gonna take him.
I'm done thinking of all the outside factors that led to me passing on deer. It's about the memories, it's about filling the freezer, it's about so much more than what the score was. He was the one that was going to be it. Finally made it happen. The monkey is off the back. It's unbelievable, the feeling. I can't even explain what I felt in that time. All the trials and tribulations and ups and downs and everything that went on the past couple of years that led up to this, and then finally getting it done was amazing. I called Chris and Casey right away. Yeah. Had to tell them. Keegan was jacked, I was jacked. All of us were just super excited. And you know, that's what it's about. It's about that memory, about, you know, that feeling. Not that he was the biggest and the baddest and all that we get caught up in. It was that memory and that situation and everything that led up to this for years before that just made it something that I will never forget. It was unbelievable, and I can't be more grateful for that.